Hello again, everyone. This is Mason Winfield with Psi-Friday with Mason. We're in the depths of the winter here in Western New York, and I think today we're going to talk about the Russian bunny experiment. And I don't mean a famous politician's visit to the Playboy Club Moscow. The Russian bunny experiment. You know, there have been serious attempts to validate psychic powers in people, extrasensory perception, psychokinesis, mind over matter. There have been serious attempts to try to figure out whether it's really there. And not only that, during the Cold War between the United States and Russia, both sides made serious attempts to weaponize psychic abilities. I may return to this at times in the future because it is a really interesting subject and it's very involved. Let's just say that a certain experiment was made by the Russians that appears to validate the existence of animal ESP. And do you know what they sometimes call that? They short term it ANPSI, AN-PSI, animal psychic abilities. And the Russian bunny experiment, I mean, I probably could get you the exact date, I don't have it, but I'm sure it would have been in the late 60s, early 70s. The Russians decided to try an experiment with a mother rabbit. And they had a mother rabbit in a laboratory on land with electrodes affixed to the mother rabbit's brain on a submarine in the water a long way away. They had the mother rabbit's like 8 bunnies. And they were in exact close communication with the land laboratory. And one by one, they killed the baby rabbits. I know. And they, eek, check the time, eek, check the time. I know. My camera lady is very bummed out about this, but they're already, I know they read to them before they did this. They read Aesop's fables or something, I don't know. But they noticed that the mother rabbit's brain blipped off the chart every single time one of the babies was killed. If that's not a demonstration of psychic abilities in animals, I don't know what is. And I know we're going to return to this subject of the psychic Cold War in future installments because it really is interesting. From my perspective right now, why does anybody argue about this? Psychic abilities exist. They don't prove God, they don't prove angels, they don't prove heaven, they don't prove the Bible, in other words, but they exist. Why are there still people arguing about it? Anyway, thus mercifully ends our installment of the Russian bunny experiment. We'll come back to hopefully less grim topics in the future with Psi-Friday with Mason. See you in a week.